Hello and welcome to Neurology Made Easy. Hope you are doing good. So today our topic is frontal lobe. Actually, frontal lobe is very diverse, and I am trying today to explain you in a simple way that how can you remember all about the frontal lobe. So let's begin. Actually, frontal lobe comprises of some areas. For example, the first one, primary motor cortex, you all know. Then, second, we have premotor cortex or supplementary motor cortex. They both are actually motor association cortex. They are combined and called as motor association cortex. Thirdly, we also have frontal eye field in frontal lobe. Fourth is Broca's area, and fifth is prefrontal cortex. So now I will tell you about all of these, that how they function and uh, some other details about them. So first of all, we will discuss about primary motor cortex. Primary motor cortex, all of these areas have a Brodmann area number. So primary motor cortex number is area 4, Brodmann area 4. So here I'm trying to draw the brain. So this is our central sulcus, and anterior to central sulcus we have frontal lobe, and posterior to it we have parietal lobe. Below is the temporal lobe. Occipital lobe I have not shown in this diagram, but you know that it's behind. Okay, now what I'm doing is trying to make it clear so that you can see what I am making. So anterior to the central sulcus we have primary motor cortex. Okay, then the next area we have premotor cortex and supplementary motor cortex. That I am showing with the lines. Next I am trying to show the frontal eye field in red color. This one is the prefrontal area, and below is the Broca's area. So I am marking these also so that you can remember these. Most of you will know about these, but for those who do not know, then they can see. Okay, next I will tell you about primary motor cortex. Primary motor cortex with Brodmann area 4 is basically involved in the voluntary movement. For example, we want to move our limbs, then primary motor cortex will send the command that okay, move, we have to move the limb. So basically it is involved with the voluntary movements. So we have like corticospinal tract and corticobulbar tract. The corticospinal tract moves down through the spine and reaches the skeletal muscles, and corticobulbar is to the cranial nerve nuclei. Okay, next I will tell you about premotor or supplementary motor area. This area is basically responsible for fine motor movements. It also contribute to the corticospinal tract about 15%. Corticospinal tract has fiber also from the sensory cortex, that is in parietal lobe. So there is diversity in the fibers of corticospinal tract. This premotor area has association or the or we can say it has connections with basal ganglia and cerebellum, so that it can um, help us in fine movements. Next, I am going to tell you about Broca's area. Broca's area is associated with speech, and it is basically responsible for motor part of speech. Wernicke's area and temporal lobe, it is the sensory part, and Broca area is the motor, responsible for the motor part of the speech. And when Broca's area is damaged, patient can understand the what you are saying, but he or she cannot reply. So because of the damage in the motor speech area. Premotor Broadman area is premotor cortex Broadman area is area 16, and this Broca's area is area 44. So next I will discuss with you the prefrontal area. So prefrontal area has diverse functions, starting from the personality and behavior to memory, basically the working memory, then cognition, decision making, motor function planning. So it has diverse functions, prefrontal area. And for that, it has connections with the limbic system, the hippocampus, the ventral tegmental area, and some association areas in the parietal lobes, so that it can function. So prefrontal cortex has a diverse variety of function. In frontotemporal dementia, there is damage to the frontal lobe and also the temporal lobe. So these connections are also disturbed, and this area is also damaged, and that's why there is improper behavior and personality changes also, along with memory problems. The next and the last one is frontal eye field. Frontal eye field Broadband area is area 8. So to understand frontal eye field, I will draw a diagram so that it is more clear. I make short videos because the main purpose is to give an overview of everything, and you do not get bored, and I try to make everything easy. So short, precise, brief, and important things I try to highlight. Okay, so here I am trying to draw these frontal eye fields. One is right side and one is left side. In the red rectangle below the black rectangle, I am trying to show the parapontine reticular formation. Below it is sixth nerve nucleus. Then in the blue color is the third nerve nucleus, and below that I'm trying to show you eye with medial rectus and lateral rectus. Lateral rectus I have shown in red color, and medial rectus I have shown in blue color. So what happens that fibers from one side of the frontal eye field, they cross and move to the parapontine reticular formation of the other side, like right from right side to left side. Then they will go to the sex nerve nucleus. From there, they will go to the lateral rectus of the ipsilateral side, and they will also cross to the other side and will go to the third nerve nucleus of the contralateral side, and later on it will supply the medial rectus of that side. So what will happen, that it is basically responsible for the conjugate eye movements. So the net effect will be the lateral rectus of left eye and the medial rectus of right eye will be stimulated, and eye will move in the like in one direction, like in this case to the left side. So in case there is damage to this area, there is internuclear ophthalmoplegia, and there is another video about internuclear ophthalmoplegia, so you can watch it. And thank you for watching. If you like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.